Hello everybody, my name is Flexo and I am here to show you how Lockette works on PolygonCraft. So we have a regular chest here in front of us, it currently is empty, and let's say we want to protect it. To protect it, we simply can place a sign in front of it saying private on the first line between the square brackets. That sign will snap to the container and it will say you have claimed the container. Now only I will have access to this. You can also do this to regular chests, but a faster way of doing it is just placing the sign against the chest, and then you don't have to type anything. You can just hit done and it will make it a private sign for you. This also works on trap chests, furnaces, hoppers, or things like trapdoors. But over here I will have to type private because I'm not directly attaching it to the trapdoor. I'm attaching it to the block to which the trapdoor is attached. So right now, only I will be able to open this container. So if there was a stair down here, only I could open that. You can do the same to fence gates, although on fence gates it is usually a little trickier because there is no real way to hide the sign, it's just there. And then you can also, of course, do this on regular doors. On doors, you need to either attach it to the block on top or the block on the bottom of the door. You can also just add it to the door itself by typing private on the first line between the square brackets. And then only I will be able to open this. But this looks a little odd. So what you can do is you can break the sign just by breaking a sign normally and place it above the door. It will still work, and only I will be able to use this door right now. A similar thing happens to when you have a double door. You can simply add private over here, and it will recognize this. The nice thing about Lockette with double doors is that it recognizes the other door. So if I open it, I can go through it. And another nice thing about Lockette is it closes doors behind you. I don't need to... I can simply open it and then wait, and then it does this. If you want a private door without it automatically opening or closing, you simply create a private. The second line will be automatically filled up with your name, and then you put timer :0, if I remember correctly. And then it should just stay open. As you can see, it doesn't close because the timer of normally timer set to I think 2 seconds that it waits to close, and now it will never close. So I can just simply open and close it. Now let's say I don't like that I can see the sign over here. There's a nice way that you can hide a sign if it's, or a Lockette sign if it's near a wall like this. I myself usually dig a little hole underneath the wall and place a sign on the bottom here and private it. Now you can also private it so that others can use it, of course. Now only I can simply hide up that block, and now, as you can see, it will open and close regularly. But now I want to give access to everybody, not just myself. It's a little hard to see, so let me break this block above it. It currently designs as private Flexo. I have selected the sign by simply right-clicking it, and now I can do /Lockette, and then line number 3, because that's still empty, and put everyone between square brackets. Now, anybody who is here, anybody on server will be able to use this double door, and it will close automatically. I can simply close these blocks off, and you wouldn't even know. You can't see any location of a sign, but both doors open automatically, and it can be protected, but it doesn't even have to be. So if you have nice double doors which you would like to open at the same time, simply hide a little sign at the bottom, just like I did right now, and you have yourself a nice opening and closing double door. Now one thing you might want to do is add others to your thing, like I just did with the player everyone. Now we can select this sign over here and do /Lockette line 3, and we're gonna add Kate Mania. And I can also do the same by adding let's say Orendigo to my chest. and I need to of course put him on line 4, otherwise this is not going to work, because only there can be only one name per line. So what you can do here is add multiple people, but once you have 3 people, the sign is full. The way you can add more people is by adding another sign. Just leave it empty, and then it will simply say more users. Now I can right click this sign, and it will say that the sign again is selected, and I can do Lockette, and on 2 it automatically says everyone, but we only want to give access to Notch, and now these 4 players will be able to. And you can make as many more user signs as you want. You can also of course use the Polygon protection plugin, because then people inside the area won't be able to use chests unless they are part of that region. But you can click on the annotation on the screen to go to that tutorial. Now finally, I want to notice and tell you something about name changes. Lockette has name changes fully incorporated. So if I change my name from Flexo013 to, let's say, Flexo014, then of course all these signs would stay the same. But if I were to log in and simply right click the sign to select it, it notices, hey, this is the same user, but the name has changed, so it will update the sign. And even if I would be like Orendigo and change my name, I can right click this sign and it will update itself with the new username. And that works on all these signs. Of course, all these crate chests are protected from like hoppers taking anything from them, unless you specifically add hopper between brackets, just like we added everyone over there. That is a way you can add hoppers, give hoppers permission, but you need to be careful because people might steal from you using that method. And that is how you'll use Lockette. If you have any questions, post them down in the comments and I will answer them right there.